everyone, welcome to my class. So, how you all are doing? Hope everything is running smooth on your part. So, today we are going to discuss some more concepts on measurement. So, without wasting time, let's start the class. Students, let us start today's class with the discussion of least count of a measuring instrument. What is least count? Least count is nothing but the smallest measurement that can be taken accurately using a measuring device. We can take the example of a metric ruler which we use in general. Okay, this metric ruler is graduated with 30 centimeters at one side and each centimeter is divided into 10 equal parts. So each part is of 1 millimeter. So what is the least length we can measure using this metric ruler? That is 1 millimeter. So 1 millimeter is the least count of this metric ruler. In the same way, we use thermometers to measure temperature, weighing machines to measure mass, and each measuring device has its least count. For example, the least count of a stopwatch will be 0.5 seconds if there are 10 divisions between 0 and 5 seconds. And we can have lot many examples like that. So, from this discussion, what we can understand that the least count is the smallest division of a measuring instrument. And another thing that we can note down is that the smaller the least count, the more precise the measurement would be. Okay, so we are going to discuss about all these things in detail one by one. Okay, students, let us now discuss about the measurement of length. Okay, we know that in a meter ruler we have starting point is at 0 centimeter and it ends at 100 centimeter. That means we have 100 divisions. Each division is of 1 centimeter and each centimeter is again divided into 10 divisions. So the smallest division has a value of 1 by 10 centimeter or 0.1 centimeter. So this is the least count of the ruler. So we cannot measure anything that is below 0.1 centimeter. That means we cannot go beyond 1 decimal point. That means we cannot measure 0.12 centimeter or 0.53 centimeter like that. Okay, we cannot go for the second decimal point. So the only thing that makes this possible is the use of Vernier caliper and screw gauge. Why? Because they have the least count that is less than 0.1 centimeter. So we can go below 0.1 centimeter or 1 millimeter to measure the length. Okay, so let us now discuss the principle of Vernier. Okay, students, Pierre Vernier, he found a solution for the measurement of smaller length. He found a way such that we can measure up to 0.1 millimeter or that is equal to 0.01 centimeter of length. So that is the least count of a Vernier caliper. And in his creation, there are two scales actually, not a single scale. Two scales. One is your main scale, okay, and second is the Vernier scale. So it is a fixed scale and Vernier scale slides over the main scale. Okay, so let us now discuss about the main scale and the Vernier scale. Okay, so students, as we have discussed, there are two scales, main scale, and it is graduated with divisions of value 0.1 centimeter or we can say 1 millimeter each. And the markings or the graduations on the Vernier scale is such that the length of n number of divisions on Vernier scale is equal to length of n minus 1 divisions on main scale. Okay, so if we take the length of n number of divisions on Vernier scale, that would be equal to length of n minus 1 divisions on main scale. And in general, the Vernier scale has 10 divisions. Okay, Vernier scale has 10 divisions. So, the length of these 10 divisions would be the length of 10 minus 1, that means 9 divisions of main scale. Fine. It is very easy to understand. Just concentrate. The Vernier scale has 10 divisions and it has some length. Okay. And it would be equal to what length? The length of 9 divisions of main scale. So each division is of 1 millimeter. So what is the length of 9 divisions? 9 millimeter. Fine. So 10 divisions of Vernier scale has the length of 9 millimeter. So 1 division is equal to 9 by 10 millimeter, or that is equal to 0.9 millimeter. So in general, the value of 1 division on Vernier scale is 0.9 millimeter. Okay. So the difference of length of 1 division on main scale and 1 division of Vernier scale is considered as the least count. So in this case, what is the length of each division on main scale? That is 1 millimeter. And what is the length of each division on Vernier scale? 0.9 millimeter. So when we subtract, we get 0.1 millimeter. So this is considered as the least count of Vernier scale. So let us now discuss more about the least count of Vernier scale or the Vernier constant. So what would be the least count? It would be the difference of length of 1 division of main scale, that is x, and the length of 1 division of Vernier scale, that is n minus 1 x divided by n. When we calculate, it is nx minus nx plus x divided by n. We cancel out and we get x by n. So what is x? Length of 1 division of main scale. And what is n? Number of divisions on Vernier scale. Okay. So we can write it as a formula that least count of Vernier scale is length of 1 division of main scale whole divided by number of divisions on Vernier scale. So we can use this formula to find out the least count of a Vernier caliper. Okay, students, let us now try to find out the least count in this case. Okay, so here you can clearly see that there is a main scale which is fixed and this is movable Vernier scale. So as we have already discussed, each division of the main scale is of 1 millimeter or 0.1 centimeter. Fine. And each division, how many divisions are there in this case? You can clearly observe over here that the Vernier scale has 10 divisions, and let us find it out how many divisions of the main scale are coincided with the 10 divisions of Vernier scale. Let us find out. So 1 division, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. So 9 divisions of the main scale coincide with 10 divisions of Vernier scale. So let us now find out the least count in this case. So what is the value of 1 division on main scale? That is 1 division is equal to 1 millimeter. And how many divisions are there in Vernier scale? 10 divisions. Divisions on Vernier scale. Vernier scale, that is equal to 10. So least count will be equal to 1 by 10, that is 0.1 millimeter. So this is the least count of this vernier caliper. There are some more things to learn about least count. We will discuss those later on. Okay? Students, let us now discuss about the use of vernier scale. Okay? The vernier scale is made in such a way that the zero vernier scale coincides with the zero of main scale, and in that case the least count would be 0.01 centimeter. Fine. So now in this case, as you can see, we are going to measure the length of the rod. So what is happening over here? This is the main scale and the rod is fixed between the main scale and the vernier scale. Fine. So vernier scale moves, so the vernier scale is shifted towards this, and the rod is fixed in between the main scale and the vernier scale. Now you can clearly observe that the end of the rod, it is actually in between the place A and B. What is the value of A over here? This is 1 point. A is your 1.2 centimeter. Fine. 1.2 centimeter. And what is the value of B? We cannot find out the value of B by using the main scale divisions because we don't have any divisions for B. So to find out the length between A and B, we need to use the vernier caliper. So how to use it then? Now, as you can see, the zero of the vernier caliper, it lies between A and B. That means beyond 1.2 centimeter of the main scale. Now, we need to find out a division on vernier scale that coincides with the division on main scale. So let us find it out. 1 doesn't coincide, 2 doesn't coincide, 3 doesn't coincide. But as you can see, the division number 4 of vernier caliper, it coincides with the division of the main scale. So we need to concentrate on that particular division. So as we know that the least count is 0.01, what we need to do next? We need to multiply the least count with the division number which coincides with the main scale division, and it gives us 0.04. So what would be the distance between A and B? So AB is nothing but 0.04. So what is the length of the rod then? So the length of the rod would be the length on main scale division that can be measured, that is 1.2 plus the length of AB, isn't it? See, up to here is length up to A and this is AB. So when we add this length with this length, we get the length of the rod. So 1.2 plus 0.04, that gives us 1.24 centimeter. So in that way, we find the length of the rod to be 1.24 centimeter, which is impossible to measure using a metric ruler. That is why vernier scale is very important for us, which lets us to go beyond the first decimal point and helps us to measure the length of any object precisely or accurately. Okay, students, today we have discussed about least count and the vernier scale. Hope you have understood everything clearly. If not, please watch the video again, go through the book and do some of the activities by yourself so that you can remember the concept and the process. Okay? So, as I always say, keep practicing, keep revising. Most importantly, keep smiling.